Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dead on Dave. Welcome back to the channel. It is Super Bowl Sunday, and usually I'm a very excited guy around this time of the year, but the last couple seasons, the NFL has really done a lot to alienate me, and I think a lot of fans out there. More and more, their politics, and more importantly, the on-field product is just completely off-putting. And I'm going to get into a few reasons as to why, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the Super Bowl and some other NFL notes in a moment. But the other reason why I'm wearing this jersey, not just because of the Super Bowl, is because I wanted to show a picture of me back in April. And here it is. That was me back in April. I mean, maybe you can't tell a huge difference. I mean, maybe there's not a huge difference. I don't know. But you can see I have no neck. You can see my head just basically goes right down into my body. And if we look now, well, maybe I think there's a big difference. Reality is, since the start of the year, I've lost around 45 pounds. And I'm pretty proud of it. And I'm going to keep losing weight. I'm losing even more weight, or start of last year, I mean. Not this year. I haven't lost 45 pounds in a month. But since the start of this year, I've been swimming 3 times a week, and I'm trying to lose weight, and that's great. So I just wanted to share a little bit of a message of positivity on this horrendous day known as Super Bowl Sunday. So there it was. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Welcome trolls to call me fat. I don't care. So, all right, the Super Bowl. New England Patriots against the Seattle Seahawks, into what is now on the sport betting line become a pick'em. It's a push. There's no favorite. There's no dog anymore according to spread, because some very huge bets have come in at the last minute on Seattle. So, what does that all mean as far as the game goes? Not much, because I'm not sure how good of a game this is going to be. That's the first thing I want to talk about. I want to talk about the actual game first. Then I'll get into all the reasons why I don't give a shit. The game itself is basically going to go like this. However Marshawn Lynch goes, so goes this game. I think he's the most important player in this game. And the second is probably Rob Gronkowski. His matchup with Cam Chancellor and the rest of the secondary and linebacking crew of the Seattle Seahawks. If Lynch is able to impose his beast mode onto the Patriots and control the clock and keep Tom Brady on the sidelines, then Seattle should win and win fairly easily. That being said, if Brady is able to dink and dunk and pick apart this secondary and able, most importantly, to exploit any weakness, any advantage that Rob Gronkowski has, this game could get out of hand in New England's favor, because I'm not so sure that Seattle is going to be able to score enough points to win this game. It's real simple. We talk about Seattle's defense quite often. Everyone talks about how elite it is, how legendary it is, and it is pretty good. There's no question about that. However, New England's defense isn't so bad itself. A lot of playmakers on that team. They've had 2 weeks to prepare for Seattle's offense. And whenever you give Bill Belichick that much time, it's just too much, and he's too good of a coach to get over without a major playmaker. And Marshawn Lynch is arguably their only big playmaker on Seattle. If he doesn't take control of this game, New England's going to win. I'm picking New England. Points, no points, I'm picking New England. But that's about the extent of it. I'm not even sure if I'm going to get up to watch this game. For me, I'd have to get up at 2, 3 in the morning or whatever and watch this game, and I don't think that I'm going to. And I paid for NFL Network. That's the funny thing. I paid $70 a month for 4 months to get it, and I just have not cared. Partially because the Bears have been terrible this season, but also because the rest of the game is not keeping me interested. It's not making me give a shit. This product is so diluted, and there's so many fucking things that are going on within the league, and more importantly, within just the office of Roger Goodell. It's just, this game is disgusting to me. The players are disgusting. The owners are disgusting. The coaches, Rex Ryan, is disgusting. I mean, it's just it's absolute disgust all around, and it's just off-putting. I've gone to hockey. My love for baseball has never wavered one bit. I've watched more basketball this year, and I friggin' hate the NBA. Hate it. But hockey's become my go-to sport because I feel it's still a game worth watching. I feel there's still something there to be completely enamored with. It's still a beautiful game. It hasn't been completely beaten down by nonsensical rules and legislation and stupid off-ice politics. I mean, there's plenty of it within the NHL, but nowhere near as much as the NFL. And most importantly, the NHL doesn't allow the politics within the Players Association and the ownership group to affect the on-field product, the on-ice product. The game is still amazing. The NFL, you can't say that about anymore. So this Super Bowl does not mean that much to me. And there's a bunch of reasons as to why. One of those, which I just explained, the game just doesn't seem like it's going to matter as much. Another part of it is because I know that there's always a possibility that a fix could be in the NFL now. It seems like if Seattle wins this game, it would not surprise me if the league has something to do with it because they do not want New England winning this game. Everything with Deflategate and how, once again, it's something of controversy has just been so mishandled by Roger Goodell. Say what you want about Deflategate and all of this shit, whether you think it matters or you think it doesn't matter or whatever. It certainly didn't matter in the game against the Colts. You can't blow a team out twice in like a 6-week period like they did to the Colts and try to say that it was because of the balls. That's insane. So I don't think it had anything to do with that. However, there's this, regardless of what comes out of it, New England is going to always be associated with this aura of cheating. It's just reality. Too many things have come up consistently. Too many people have stepped forward. Too many things have happened that you have to question everything they do now. They do not get the benefit of the doubt. And that's unfortunate, not only for the Patriots, but for the fans. And it sucks. It does suck. I'm the first one to admit it. It absolutely sucks. And but it is what it is. That you can't get caught in sports, and they do. So there's that. However, on the flip side of it, see, you have New England that has this aura of cheating. This you're always going to think that there's something fishy going on. However, Seattle is tied for the second most PED suspensions in the league over the last 5 years, which has been the exact same amount of time that Pete Carroll has been the coach of Seattle Seahawks. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And they would be number one, but Richard Sherman's PED ban was overturned. So, I mean, look, you can look at it any way you want. We have two teams that I feel are very polarizing, are very popular within their own circles, but it's one of those things. It's almost the disgust bowl. I mean, both of these teams make me want to puke out of my ass. I mean, it's just absolutely disgusting. I have no love for either of these teams. I will not celebrate a victory from either team. I don't care if this Super Bowl even happens. I've never felt that way about football, and it's unsettling. Because then you ask Tommy C., who's known me for 7 years, you ask anyone who's known me my entire life, and they will tell you, I love football. Always have. I am a football fanatic. I wasn't just a Bears fan. I was a fan of football. And now I'm just a Bears fan. I don't care about the rest of the game. It's off-putting. It's disgusting. It feels like you have to take a shower just from watching the product. It's just how it is. But that's my opinion, and that's the way I look at it. You know, this there's going to be look, this Super Bowl is going to do record numbers. It always does. But a big portion of the reason because of it is because people love to get together. They love parties. Americans love parties. We love these social events and Super Bowl parties and all that stuff. And you think about your own Super Bowl party. How much of that party is actually going to be dedicated to watching the game? There's going to be a lot of drinking. There's going to be a lot of Madden tournaments and maybe even poker tournaments. I've done poker tournaments during Super Bowls in the past. You think about that. It's more about your camaraderie with your friends than it is even the football game. You'll have a couple of guys at your party that are really big New England fans or really big Seattle fans, maybe a couple of each, but everybody else will just be goofing on them and drinking and getting stupid. That's how it goes. It's about food. It's about the commercials. And it's something ridiculous, like by polls, and this was from Keith Olbermann, who I don't really like, but he's right in this instance, that 75% of the people that are watching the game don't give a fuck about watching the game. It's insane. And it's probably very, very true. It's sad. It's a sad state of affairs for the NFL, and the NFL thinks that this infallible entity that can get away with anything, and everyone's going to continue to just suck the NFL dick, and that's not necessarily true. This sport can die. I believe it. The integrity of the game has been questioned over the last couple of years, and the more things that come out, it's going to start alienating people. It alienated me, and I'm not saying that I'm every man, but I'm quite a common person. I think there's a lot of people that are quite like me, at least in mindset, and eventually it's going to get to them as well. Maybe it won't, but I think it will. I mean, I never thought I would ever turn away from the NFL, ever. You think about it. I think one thing you've known about me that you can tell is I like my monies. I don't give away my monies very easily. I paid $240 this year to watch the NFL. That's what I paid to watch it here in Germany. And I don't care to watch this Super Bowl. I might watch it tomorrow on replay, but I don't give a shit. I mean, Jesus. That says something. But it is what it is. Let's talk about some other NFL things, shall we? Because the awards have been given out. And Aaron Rodgers is the MVP of the league for the second straight time. Or not straight time, but for the second time. He collected his second MVP award. And he had a pretty damn good season. 38 touchdowns, 5 picks. A passer rating of 112.2. Yards per attempt, 8.43. These are historic numbers. These are great numbers. The touchdown to interception ratio, it's the 5th best single season mark in NFL history. There's all of these things. I mean, Rodgers is quite amazing in what he did this season. And there's nothing that you could really say otherwise. I mean, it really is. Do I feel he was the MVP of this league? No, I don't. I feel that it was, for me, my MVP this year was Rob Gronkowski, who I don't even think got a vote. But J.J. Watt came in second with 13, then Tony Romo, DeMarco Murray, Tom Brady, and Bobby Wagner. I think it was Rob Gronkowski. He's the guy. He's the most game-changing player in football right now, in my opinion. This guy, he could take over any game at any time, and I think the same really could be said about Aaron Rodgers, and it makes me sick to say it because obviously I'm a Bears fan, but I have all the respect in the world for what Aaron Rodgers has accomplished. I just can't stand him because he kills my Bears quite often. Bruce Arians wins Coach of the Year, his second Coach of the Year honor. There's not a guy more deserving than B.A. I mean, what he's done with the Cardinals, what he did with Indianapolis when their coach got cancer. I'm sorry, his name just completely flew out of my brain for a second. But it's quite amazing. Chuck Pagano, when he had leukemia. Arians is a great coach, and he did a lot to keep Arizona together, who just got decimated by injuries later on in the season. So really, really awesome job by Bruce Arians, and good job winning that. J.J. Watt becomes the first ever unanimous Defensive Player of the Year. That's quite a statement, because there's been a hell of a lot of great defensive players. But nobody else got a vote this season, and I don't think there's any surprise there. I mean, this is crazy. This is nuts. It feels like J.J. Watt's been around forever, but he's only been around for 4 seasons. And this year he's got 20.5 sacks, 78 tackles, 29 of them for loss, 50 quarterback hits, 4 forced fumble, and 10 blocked passes. Son of a bitch. Not to mention, he also caught a couple touchdowns on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, J.J. Watt's a goddamn monster. NFL Offensive Player of the Year is DeMarco Murray. I don't think there's any big of a shit. Oh, God. It's not that big of a shock, I don't think. 1,845 yards. But that's like 500 more than anybody else. He had 2,261. God damn, 2,261 yards from scrimmage. Scored 13 touchdowns. He had a great season. The Cowboys had a fantastic year. So, I don't think there's any big surprise there. God, I just like, here's the thing. I can't even talk passionately about this fucking product. I can't speak eloquently about it because I don't care. It's unbelievable. I'm going to these awards. And I just don't give a shit. I'm talking about the Super Bowl, and I don't care. It's crazy. I'm kind of sad for myself right now. I'm a little bit disappointed in me. I just don't give a crap. I'm about to do a viewer questions show here shortly, answering your guys' question like I do every single Sunday. And I care more about that than I do the Super Bowl. I mean, that's crazy. I'm 31 years old. I should not feel this way. I shouldn't feel like an old crotchety man when it comes to the Super Bowl. But I'm like, back in my day, the Super Bowl meant something. Yeah, it doesn't to me. It's crazy. Pitchers and catchers report real soon, like 2 weeks. That's what I care about. I care about the upcoming baseball season, and not just because of the Cubs. See, that's the thing. Baseball, I'm not just a Cubs fan. I care about all baseball. I can name 90% of rosters on almost every Major League Baseball team because I love baseball. Don't really give a shit about football. It's crazy. It's crazy. I never thought it would come that way. And there was a time, probably about 10 years ago, where football was starting to edge out baseball in my heart. It's not the case anymore. Now I think it goes baseball, hockey, actually probably baseball, wrestling, because I'm going to put wrestling in there too. Baseball, wrestling, hockey, NFL, basketball. I think that's really how it goes. I see I got this little... If you guys are wondering what the hell that was, I decided to let my wife braid me up a little bit because my beard goes crazy ways. So, thought it'd be fun. I'm crazy that way. Yeah. Look, it's been a really great week here on the channel. 3 subs away from 400 as of right now. I really thought we were going to get the 400 before the first. I should have did a video specifically talking about it. That would have got us to the 400, I'm sure. But look, thank you guys for all the support. Thank you for clicking that subscribe button, clicking those likes, commenting in the section below. Because if you go and read back at all of the stuff, all the other videos and all the comments, we have one of the best comment sections I see on YouTube. It is, I mean that. It's not flooded with trolls. It's not flooded with hate. It's not flooded with stupidity. There are great, concise comments in the comment section. It's fantastic, and you guys get all the credit. You guys make this channel go, and I appreciate it. So thank you guys for everything. I'm going to get up out of here and prep for my other video. That's all I got. You guys take it easy, and I will talk to you later. Peace. Enjoy the Super Bowl if you can. I challenge you. Peace.